Respected dear friends, welcome for our everyday effort of gathering information regarding spiritual truth, spiritual goal, spiritual sadhana. May our this regular continuous effort be making the Lord pleased, the Gurus, the Shastra. May they bless us very soon with the clarity of vision as to what exactly we have to reach to the state of goal. For that, what exactly we have to do, and for that, what exactly is our preparation. In these three things, maybe we quickly become clear in our understanding. Along with that, may the Lord and Guru bless us exclusively to take up this path of spiritual evolution exclusively, so that without any hindrance or delay or obstacles, we are able to move and reach out. May this happen to all those serious, sincere, regular sadhakas. With this, today also our Taittiriya Adhyanam, Yoga Darshana Adhyanam, Mundaka Adhyanam, Gita Adhyanam, Bhagavatam Dvadasha Dashama Skandha Adhyanam, Adhyatma Ramayana Adhyanam, and some Parayanams we do. Let us start. Om. 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 Om Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharusibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Bhishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Vyasaya Vishnurupaya Vyasarupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidhaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Om Shruti Smriti Purana Namalayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram. Om Guru Pungava Pungava Ketanate Samatamayataam Nahi Kopi Sudhihi Sharanagata Vatsala Tatvanidhe Bhava Shankara Deshikame Sharanam. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvateetam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasya Lakshyan Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavateetam Triguణरहितं Sadgurum Tannamami. Om Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Namaha. Samasta Brahma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Namaha. Shri Veda Vyasa Vaishampayana Yajnavalkya Shankaraadi Gurubhyo Namaha. Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha. Sankalpaha Esham Sarvesham Gurunam Devatanam Parabrahmanaha. Shrutimatoh Anugraheణ Upanishadukta Brahmatmaikya Bodhasya अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः हैन्दवसंस्कृतेः अद्वैतज्ञानस्य पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं च तत्कृतसमस्तसाधकभक्तसेवकानां समस्तसम्पदा शक्तीनां साधनानां सानुकूलतानां सिद्धिद्वारा विघ्नशत्रुनिर्मूलनद्वारा धर्मसंस्थापनकार्ये दिग्विजयप्राप्त्यर्थं विश्वशान्तिकल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः पारायणम् आद्यशङ्करभाष्यसमेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. आदौ पारायणं सदाचारप्रदर्शनं, the last portion, the 10th Anuvaka, we have to chant off this our Parayanam, the third Bhrigu Valli. Om न कंचन वसतौ प्रत्याचक्षेत तद्व्रतं तस्मात् यया कया च विधया बह्वन्नं प्राप्नुयात् अराध्यस्मा अन्नमित्याचक्षते एतद्वै मुखतोऽन्नगं राद्धं मुखतोऽस्मा अन्नगं राध्यते एतद्वै मध्यतोऽन्नगं राद्धं मध्यतोऽस्मा अन्नगं राध्यते एतद्वा अन्ततोऽन्नगं राद्धं अन्ततोऽस्मा अन्नगं राध्यते य एवं वेद क्षेम इति वाचि योगक्षेम इति प्राणापानयोः कर्मेति हस्तयोः गतिरिति पादयोः विमुक्तिरिति पायौ इति मानुषे समाज्ञाः अथ दैवीः तृप्तिरिति वृष्टौ बलमिति विद्युते यश इति पशुषु ज्योतिरिति नक्षत्रेषु प्रजातिरमृतमानन्द इत्युपस्थे सर्वमित्याकाशे तत्प्रतिष्ठेत्युपासेत प्रतिष्ठावान् भवते तन्मह इत्युपासेत महान् भवति तन्मन इत्युपासेत मानवान् भवति तन्नम इत्युपासेत नम्यन्ते स्मै कामाः तद्ब्रह्मेत्युपासेत ब्रह्मवान् भवति तद्ब्रह्मणः परिमर इत्युपासेत पर्येण म्रियन्ते द्विषन्तः सपत्नाः पर्ये प्रिया भ्रातृव्याः स यश्चायं पुरुषे यश्चासावादित्ये स एकः स य एवं विद अस्माल्लोकात् प्रेत्य एतमन्नमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रम्य एतं प्राणमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रम्य एतं मनोमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रम्य एतं विज्ञानमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रम्य एतमानन्दमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रम्य इमान् लोकान् कामान्निकामरूप्यनुसञ्चरन् एतत्सामगायन्नास्ते हा ओ हा ओ हा ओ अहमन्नमहमन्नमहमन्नम् अहमन्नादो अहमन्नादो अहमन्नादः अहग्गश्लोककृदहग्गश्लोककृदहग्गश्लोककृद अहमस्मि प्रथमजारुतास्य पूर्वं देवेभ्यो अमृतस्य न भायि यो मा ददाति स देवमा वाह अहमन्नमन्नमदन्तमाद्मि अहं विश्वं भुवनमव्यभवाम सुवर्णज्योतिः य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषद ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तरीय उपनिषद ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पश्चार्थरचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावेद तद्वक्तारमावेद आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तद्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ षष्ठोऽनुवागः ॐ असन्नेव स भवते असद्ब्रह्मेति वेद चेद अस्ति ब्रह्मेति चेद्वेद सन्तमेनन्ततो विदुरिदे तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य अथातोऽनुप्रश्नाः उत विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चन गच्छति अहो विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चित् समश्नुता ओ शोकामयत बहुस्यां प्रजायेते सतबोधप्यत सदपस्तप्त्वा इदगुं सर्वमसृजत यदिदं किञ्च तत्सृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्राविशतो तदनुप्रविश्य सच्चत्यच्चाभवतो निरुक्तं च निरुक्तं च निलयनं च निलयनं च विज्ञानं च विज्ञानं च सत्यं चानृतं च सत्यमभवत् यदिदं किञ्च तत्सत्यमित्याचक्षते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Friends, let us wholeheartedly salute the Parabrahma Tattva, the Shruti Mata, all the Brahma Vidya Acharyas, Rishimuni Guru Devatas, our Vedavyasa Vaishampayana Yagnivalkya, Adya Shankara Bhagavanu in our heart, and also entire Guru Parampara who are guiding us, blessing us. Now, the Vedanta Vicharana, though appears to be difficult, and many of them getting into one or the other sadhanas think that it is not relevant or related or required. But let me reveal the fact to you that only through the Vedantic understanding that we know the ultimate goal. Only after through Vedanta having known the ultimate goal, that there is a meaning to all other sadhanas, whether you do it bhakti, whether you do it karma yoga, whether you do it the yoga sadhana, ityad. Some of you, because you studied little Vedanta, therefore yoga we are able to grasp. So, and this Vedantic Vicharana alone takes us through all the intricate, deep contemplations to the final understanding of what exactly is what. What is the ultimate goal? It is Parabrahma. What is Parabrahma and why is he ultimate goal? Then how from that Parabrahma world has come and who is Jiva and how he is bound to this world and how he has to get liberated. You understand? Nowhere else so clearly through inquiry, vicharana, we come to understand about all these details than in Vedanta. In many other places, they skip one or two other things, trying to move ahead. After moving some distance ahead, then they get questions and doubts. And they don't reconcile, they don't come back. Therefore, some halfway somewhere they reach. We are talking about any of the other paths without the Vedanta. Vedanta is the goal and also the path and the means. But the thing is, we have to have that inclination, that sharpness, that willingness, which comes as a result of long upasana to the Lord, asking for this. Ourselves also once in a while thinking, why not we think? Why not we contemplate? Why not we study? Why not we inquire? Thus, why not we justify the intellect given by the Lord? Why not we make the best use of this intellect? In this way, when we question ourselves, that time also the ruchi, the interest in this Tattva Marga, the Jnana Marga will come to us. And by some these are reasons or blessings, we start getting the taste in this Vedanta. Nothing other will taste us in more than this one. Because we are so beautifully contemplating and clearly understanding the things. There can't be any joy more than understanding anywhere. All other joys are tentative joys of faith or belief, some practice. These are all. But the understanding is beautiful. And in that understanding, when we get avoidance, there is no more bliss than that. Therefore, this Vedanta Marga of Tattva Vicharana, Brahma Vicharana, Atma Vicharana is of the Ucha Koti, Utkrishta, divine. Very. Not everybody can be also fit also. Therefore, people sometimes come, they stay, they go away. Only very few लाल देह लाल नहीं लसे, ओनली दो तीन लाल लोग रह जाते हैं. सबको पढ़ने का हिम्मत नहीं होता. So we have taken up it. We will definitely study. We will try our best to become subtler and deeper in these understandings. So how the whole topic in the beginning, Bhagavan said, or the Shruti Mata said, Asanneva sabhavati asad brahmeti veda chet. Asti brahmeti chet veda santam enam tataha viduhu. So the two paths of no faith and faith are explained. Explained with Bhashyam. Having heard this, the Purva Pakshi got a doubt. कि अथा नु प्रश्न उता विदम लोकम प्रत्य कश्चन गच्छति. Is that Brahman actually there? Because what is the discussion? He is nirvishesha, he is vyavahara atita. General habit is what? Anything which is in with vishesha, whichever is in vyavahara, about that only we have the astitva buddhi. We just have a conviction it is there. क्योंकि व्यवहार में आ रहा है, व्यवहार में आया ना आए, कुछ विशेष तो है उसका जिससे उसको हम देख या पहचान सकते हैं. Therefore we can say it is. About Brahma which you are talking, ये है या नहीं है doubt. So then how to give him the answer whether it is there? Therefore, this discussion beautifully developed by Shruti Mata by making use of his question in both ways, not only to answer the question, but also to show to us that Paramatma alone is all permeating in the entire universe. Using the question, Bhagavan Shankara or Shruti Mata helps the listeners, audience, everyone to get both answer to question as well as the Lord alone is permeating everywhere. How the discussion started, so kamayato, he desired. So that is a beginning to say, if somebody has desired, he has to exist. If doesn't exist, how can he desire? Is it not? So desire as well existence as well as chaitana. कोई जिंदा है, existing and चेतनवान है, then only he can desire. That's how so kamayata say the Parabrahma is very much existing and he is conscious. So Paramatma is existing as Sat and he is consciousness. To prove that this discussion, not that he desired and he managed and created the world, all that is only process. That's only technique. That's only the prakriya of inquiry to reach to the truth. Our job is not making Bhagwan creator and the world is created and in this world all these things are there and therefore we are lost in it. These are all anyway we are going through. To do the same thing, why the Shruti Mata will take all pains? Shruti Mata's goal is to take us to the Ekameva Dvayam Atma Swarupa Brahma. There should never be any doubt in this regard. Very, very clear. Not to establish Srushti, not to give overemphasis on all this entire process. Only process is required for us to reach to a destination. Destination is Brahman Asti, Brahman Sadrupena Asti, that Sadrupena Brahman is Aham Asmi. But that experience we have to gain. Without experience, liberation will not come. Nowhere else you can experience Him other than the cave of heart, because there only the Aham Janami, Aham Ichhami, Aham Karomi, ityadi are happening. I know, I desire, I do, I enjoy. All of them are happening where there alone the Brahma Upalabdhisthana is there. Though he is all pervading. That's all. Tatsuštva tadeva anubravisha. So kamayatha bahusyam rajayeya satapotapyata tavastatva idagam sarvam asrujata. Each of these words deep meaning with the help of Bhashya, if you can grasp, with that knowledge when we sit on the meditation seat, entire pictures become so clear how from Parabrahma the whole world has come, and in that world which has come, Parabrahma as a beneath substratum fully permeated, and his Rupanama dissolves Parabrahma alone remains. So all that picture can be so beautifully seen, but for that some many lives of the yoga sadhana, bhakti sadhana to be done, by which the antakarana becomes absolutely shuddha and sukshma and eka. Or if you don't want to do them, never mind. This Vedanta Vicharana alone is relentlessly when it is done with the desire that how all these things are explained, and I must understand with that zeal and zest also. When one attempts repeatedly through this Vedanta Vichara, that leads to the Sukshmata automatically, which is otherwise reached by yoga or the bhakti sadhanas. And with this Sukshmata gained, we can really appreciate what is said by all these Shastras, how perfectly, beautifully correct and true. So, every word. So, Kamayata, Bahusyam, Prajayeya, Satapotapyata, Satavastatva, Idagam Sarvam Asujata. In that, what is the whole Srushti? As a saramsh of all that we have to carry is Srushti is nothing but Rupanama. Rupanama can never be independent of Parabrahman. These Rupanama are eternally there within the Brahman in unmanifest form. When they get manifest, it is called as Srushti. So the definition and meaning of Srushti for us who have studied Taittiriya, those who have not studied, lot of difference. And in their understanding, they think of something, but they don't know. भगवान ने सृष्टि बनाया बट बताओ कैसे. They only accept कि हाँ भगवान made सृष्टि but कैसे they know. In Vedanta you know it. When you study Taittiriya, very clear it is. Kamayata Bhaushyam Prajayeya Tapotapyata Tapastatva Idagam Sarvam Asrujat. Idagam Sarvam Yadidam Kincha. All that. Therefore, like every wave is eternally hanging only in the, means any number of waves coming, or always are in the water only, in the ocean only, can never be separate. So too the entire cosmos, universe, Jagat, Jabhi Kaha, Stula, Sukshma, Karana, that all is hanging only in Parabrahma. This feeling should be generated in us. And then, unless this world of Rupanama are transcended, that substratum Parabrahma cannot be experienced. Without the experience, not only the samsara will not go away, but this knowledge has no meaning. So what? If I understand that the whole world is hanging in Parabrahma, without changing Parabrahma, this knowledge will not help me to get liberated. It's only Siddhanta Jnanam. To some extent, we may get Vairagya and then some Dukkha may get reduced. But total problems will go away only when on the Dhyana Avastha really experience what we have understood. In Vedanta, final value is given only to experience. Anubhuti is not for only intellectual understanding. Therefore, those who get intellectual understanding never try for experience. They only become philosophers, troubling others and get stuck up themselves. By the way, okay. Now the huge discussion of Tat Sruštva Tadevanupravishat is being elaborately seen by us. And the last few sentences, what is the meaning of the entry of the Lord is being available for our recognition. He is available for our recognition. That is the entry of the Lord. Another entry is what? Therefore, with the given process, when we try to recognize the Lord, then the Lord is as if entering. And once we recognize Him, wherever He has to be recognized, which is the cave of our heart, then, as just now said, ki etat samagayan aste, nothing but the joy of samagana comes out, because that alone is everywhere there, because the puzzle is solved, the riddle is solved. Everything which was persecuting us by so many reasons, all of that is found to be unreal. What is real is Parabrahman, and that is me alone. When the discovery happens, nothing but joy and joy and joy alone. So, in the Bhashya, we have seen how systematically we were step by step taken. Yesterday we saw that these important two paragraphs we will study. Then we go ahead. Ki, uh, why Paramatma is available in the Buddhi Guha and how he is available. More than why, how will let us answer. Paramatma is everywhere there. He is there in Annamaya Kosha, but we cannot experience him. Annamaya Kosha is only an object for us. It is seen by us. Though Paramatma is there, it's only the expression of Sat Vastu or Satya or Astitva only of Parabrahma. Pranamaya Asti with Kriya, Manomaya Asti Kriya and Jnanam. But only in the Vijnanamaya Kosham, the Paramatma expresses as Jnata. And Paramatma's expression as the Jnata, be attentive, is the means, is the open doorway for us to reach to Paramatma. That is for in the Vijnanamaya Kosha, not even in Anandamaya Kosha, in the Vijnanamaya Kosha only Paramatma's Upalabdhi Sthana. So that Vijnanamaya Kosha, where Paramatma is Upalabdha, that is called as Guha. So Buddhau Nihitam Guhaya. How Buddha Nitam Guhaya? These two, three sentences are paras are said. If we can clearly understand them, a more clear picture comes to us. The two words are Ki Evam Antahkarana Guha Atma Sambandha Brahmana Upalabdhi Hetu. So, in this way, अंतःकरण गुहा और आत्मा का वो संबंध होने के कारण ब्रह्मण अंतःकरण गुहा उपलब्धि का हेतु बना. Because Brahman being nirvishesha, he is not available anywhere else. Because everywhere the same, how can you catch anything which is same everywhere? And it is not even other than us also, even to catch it. हमसे अलग भी नहीं है, कोई विशेष रसहित नहीं है, व्यवहार में नहीं आता. You can't. But if you can't realize Brahman, moksha cannot be. Therefore, the kind Brahman has become available to us in this Antakarana Guha. So, Antakarana Guha and Atma Sambandha Brahmanaha Upalabdhi Hetuhu. How Upalabdhi Hetu Brahmanaha Antakarana Guha? What is the Sambandha? One is San-Nikarsha. Because Atma Swarupa Lakshana is Chitta, and in the Antakarana Guha, only the Chit is expressing as a knower. Therefore, that is called the Sannikarshanam, very closeness. Vijnanamaya Guha ka Atma se closeness hai. Second one is Avabhasa Atmakatvatu. There is a Chit Avabhasa in the Antakarana Guha, and that Antakarana Guha sthita Chit Avabhasa or Chidabhas ka आत्मा के रूप में he is seated there. So by using these two words, we are given what sadhana to do. Never stay at the anna, prana or mano level. Don't enter into Anandamaya's nidra. Anandamaya kosha is appreciated, but there we can, Anandamaya kosha is never our goal. Ananda Brahma is our goal. Anandamaya kosha, Ananda comes and goes. That also depends on the Vijnanamaya kosha's kartas, upasana and all the karma. These subjects we have already exhaustively discussed earlier. So transcend Annapranamana, don't enter into Ananda. In the Vijnanamaya kosha, we have to pravesha. That is Sannikarsha to the Atma. We have to have that belief in that. Sannikarsha. And what is this Vijnanamaya Kosha's speciality? It has got the Ahamrati in which the Chit expresses as Chidabhasa. And to this Chidabhasa, the Atma is Chit Swarupa Paramatma or Parabrahma or Self. Therefore, here what is said is Kim Avabhasa Atmakatvatcha Antakaranasya. Is it not? In the Antakarana, the Avabhasa is there, and for the Avabhasa, the Atma is a Chit only. Therefore, in the Antakarana Guha, Buddhi Guha only, the Paramatma is available. Nowhere else you can. In other places, in Lord, in idols and all, out of faith you can. With faith, in fact, that Lord can appear also. But that Lord which appears with faith in the idol is the disappearing Lord, not eternally staying Lord. Like I did Upasana for Ram Bhagwan in the Rama Mandira for 50 years. तो प्रसन्न होकर या भगवान फ्रस्ट्रेटेड होकर आउट ऑफ माई सो मेनी अभिषेक पूजा ही विल कम, he will give me what I want, he will go away. But Brahma Tattva is not once gained going away thing. Once we gain it, it is beyond it. But this one is available only in the Buddhi Guha. Not Anna, not Prana, not Mana, not Anandamaya. It is in Buddhi Guha. Very, very be clear about it. Never ever have doubt regarding it. And more specifically here, the Chidabhasa and the Atma of the Chidabhasa is Chit Swarupa Paramatma. So, for the sake of our recognition of Parabrahma only, as if Bhagavan made that Antakarna, the Ahamvriti, the reflection of the Chit as Chidabhasa there. Not knowing this, that Chidabhasa Yukta Aham, enlivened Ahamvriti, it is called as identifying with the Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, and also Dehadi, he is becoming a Jiva to look for the happiness extrovertedly in the objects. That's the whole samsara. Now, beautiful example and explanation. Very careful about this example. कि यथा च आलोक विशिष्टा घटादि उपलब्धि. Be clear about the example. Aloka Vishishta Ghatadi Upalabdhi. So, when there are Ghatapatadi are there in a room, but there is no Aloka there. Aloka is a reflection of the light. Then the Ghatapata cannot be seen. When the light is put on, electrical light or the lamp, etc., then this light of this lamp or electricity bulb, when falls on the Ghatadi, then that reflected light ke karana Ghata Adi are seen. So, this light never brought the objects, but the darkness had hidden them. When the light came, reflected in them, got revealed. In the same way, evam buddhi, buddhi pratyaya aloka, buddhi pratyaya aloka vishishta, atma upalabdhi syat. देखो, बुद्धि इज अंतकरण, बुद्धि प्रत्यय इज अहम वृत्ति, बुद्धि प्रत्यय आलोक इज चिदाभास, बुद्धि प्रत्यय आलोक विशिष्टा मीन्स व्हाट, that self which is making the chidabhasa happen at the aham vritti level, that way the atma is upalabdhi. Underline, generally Bhagavan is nirvishesha, therefore he is not available for our recognition. There are two things, don't miss. One is presence of Paramatma, second is availability of Paramatma for our recognition. He is present everywhere, there is no doubt regarding, but not available for our recognition. And without recognizing him, we can't. Then where is he recognizable is this way. Therefore, in this antakarana, बुद्धि प्रत्यय आलोक विशिष्टा आत्मा उपलब्धि ही स्यात्. देखो, आत्मा उपलब्धि कहाँ है? इन दैट बुद्धि प्रत्यय आलोक. बुद्धि प्रत्यय is aham vritti, aloka is chidabhasa, reflection. In this way, the presence of Brahman has to be fully, thoroughly, intellectually understood. Then we have to reach to the Chidabhasa. From the Chidabhasa, we have to reach to the Chitta. That's called as all Vedanta. But how much introverted we have to become for that? We have to get out of all the extrovertedness. But our habits, our vasanas, our daily activities are only to run into the world and embrace, indulge in that and all. तो फिर कितना विवेक वैराग्य one side, कितना the jignasa, the mokshata, that I must reach to that chit through the chidabhasa. How strong it must be that we will be able to do it. This preparation only takes time. That's why in Yoga Darshanam also, Samadhi Abhyas is easy, but making the chitta without vikshepa, ekagra is difficult. That is why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so many variety of techniques the Patanjali Maharshi is giving. All of the purpose is only one thing, making the chitta prasanna and ekagra. होता नहीं अदरवाइज, वो उसी के लिए जिंदगियां लग जाते. And that also because still the value for the world, still the importance for the world. That is why Viveka Vairagya. Unless Viveka Vairagya happens, not any of the, no spiritual sadhana can be done continuously till the goal is reached. गोल तो पहुंचेंगे ही नहीं, और करने का भी वेस्ट होता है और कर भी नहीं सकते. We'll be only at the very superficial level, we'll be like maybe maximum listening in the class, not even having the capacity to go deep to understand. Because the chitta is disturbed, chitta is extroverted, chitta is a slave to the mana indriyas and the vasana. Therefore, it wants to go out only, out only, out only. थक गया तो सो गए. ऐसा हमने बड़ा बिगाड़ के रखा अपने अंतःकरण को. फिर इसको संवारना है. Let it take 100 lives, but it is inevitable. All this theory only gives us inspiration, information regarding the Paramatma. But to reach him, the process is the same for all means. Wherever they stay from there, this process of Antakarana Shuddhi, Antakarana Ekagrata, Antakarana Sukshmata is inevitable to anyone. Here कोई reservations काम नहीं करते. Everyone will have to go through. So, बुद्धि प्रत्यय आलोक विशिष्टा आत्मा उपलब्धि स्यात्. This is a Mahavakya. Our goal is Atma Upalabdhi. We have to gain the Atma Vastu. So here Buddhi Pratyaya Aloka has become a Vishishta expression of Brahman for us to recognize him. The Brahman or the Atman alone is Vishesha Rupena expressed as Aloka at Buddhi Pratyaya. Nowhere else otherwise he is. In everywhere he is only, what do you say, general Rupena is Vistruta, not available. Everywhere he is there, but available only through this gateway. This gateway knowing Brahman alone is correct knowing. No other way is the complete correct knowing. And we do our Vedanta Vicharana process in some places. Guru Anugraha, Ishvara Anugraha gives us that Anubhuti. But that Anubhuti will be this only again. No other Anubhuti as moksha. It is, I am the pure Brahman expressing as the knower in the Aham Vritti through the reflection called as Chidabhasa. यही उपलब्धि स्थान है. क्लियर. एवं बुद्धि प्रत्यय आलोक विशिष्टा आत्मा उपलब्धि स्यात्. तस्मात् therefore उपलब्धि हेतौ गुहायाम. The means for the Brahma उपलब्धि this गुहा है. इसलिए गुहायाम निहितम इति प्रकृतम एव. That is why he is said to be staying in that गुहा. प्रकृतम एव is already referred, already told. पहले बता चुके हैं. In the beginning only. ब्रह्मविदाप्नोति परम सत्यम ज्ञानवंतम ब्रह्म यो वेद निहितम गुहायाम. First Anuvakam, we are studying the sixth one now. So Prakrutam eva, already it was discussed. Now why I have told now? Because tad vritti staniyetu. Vritti means explanation. To explain in more detail, tad vritti staniyetu iha punaha. Here again, tad sruštva tadeva anupravishat iti uchyate. Vritti means vartana. Vritti is explanation. Vritti is to make us understand. That was the sentence made. Only a sentence, एक sentence was made there. कि यो वेद निहितम गुहाया. But explanation was not there. So the vritti is varnana. Vritti is explanation. For the sake of varnana and explanation of that, here the details are given. Tat sruštva tadevanu bravishatu. So it is not there, the Brahman there, then it entered. In that way, don't think. All those were already denied. Brahman already everywhere there, but in the Antakarana Guha, as a Chidabhasa, he is available. That availability him there is called as his entry there. And we also have to enter there to recognize our identity with him. Therefore, inevitably, we have to clutch off from the Anna Pranamana enter into Vijnana. Always in the Vijnanamaya Kosha, in that also the Triputi of Jnata Jnanam Gneyam, उसमें ज्ञानम ज्ञेयम छोड़ो ज्ञाता के पास आ जाओ. And that jnata is what? Chidabhasa with ahamrutti. In the ahamrutti, the chit ka abhasa. Chit abhasa means reflection. Chit means consciousness. In the pure consciousness, it is homogeneous. It is nothing. That's our goal. But the goal is not even chitta. Chidabhasa is the means. Chit is the second means. Then sat is the final goal. As we have said yesterday, today also we will see it slowly. If this much understood, then next tada evam in this way, see the kindness of Bhagavan Adi Shankara, what has been discussed in last this Anuvaka in last 6-7 paragraphs. All of that he is giving as a summary, a gist, a synopsis of it, as if some bullet points, essence of all that. These 5-6 points again are so beautiful, so crucial, crystal clear. Only in our Shuddha Antakarana, if we can maintain our Antakarana Shuddha, easily these things are understandable. And these are the things to be understood. Tadevam, therefore, what was said so far, the summary is Akashadi Karanam. आकाशादि के कारण रूपी कौन है? ब्रह्मा ओनली, आत्मा ओनली. क्या किया उन्होंने? कार्यम सृष्टवा सो कामेता बहुश्याम प्रजा स तपो तप्यता स तपस्तत्वा. All of that you have to imagine. Already said, it is not repeated here. So akashadi karanam in brackets brahma, karyam in brackets the entire namarupatmaka jagat srishtva in brackets so kameta through ityadi means. So akashadi karanam the brahma, karyam the idam rupam namarupatmaka jagata srishtva, having manifested the entire things, tat anupravishtam iva, it is entered as if. How that anupravisham iva? Antah guhayam, in the guha vijnanamaya kosha buddha. Now the beautiful thing, in what way he is there available? First, he is there as Sat. Second, he is there as Chit. Third, he is there as Chidabhasa. You know, okay? Now, as a Chidabhasa means the enlivened Ahamvritti, identify Chidabhasa, who is now the capable of knowing, desiring, doing. He is the one which becomes Upanabdhisthana for the Brahma, for us. And that one expresses as what? This is the very beautiful, crucial thing. Expresses as Drashtru, Shrotru, Mantru, Vijnatru. So, in the form of Drashta, in the form of Shrota, in the form of Manta, and in the form of Vijnata, iti evam visheshavat. With these Visheshanas, Upalabhyate, the Brahman is becoming available to us. That's called entry. As we said yesterday, the one like Drashta means seer. Who is the seer? The Chidabhasa is seer. Can the Chidabhasa exist without Chit? No. Therefore, what is the ability of the seer to see through the eyes is nothing but the expression of the Parabrahma there for our availability. Parabrahma is not seer. He is one homogeneous self. But Upalabdhi Dvaraka Rupa, he is expressing there as seer. So the ones who are lost in their seeing ability, in seeing the world and get enchanted by it, they are samsari. They can never become introverted to know that Brahma because of whom the seeing is happening. That seer Chidabhasa as well as the Brahman behind, they are always there, whether through the eyes one sees or not. If the eye doesn't work, if the objects are not there in front, that doesn't mean that seer has died or disappeared. He's always there. So the samsari's job is to get lost in the Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandha perceived through the senses by the Chidabhasa Yukta Jiva. A sadhaka is he, first theoretically with faith, intellectually understand, That wherever the drashtrutva, shrotrutva, mantrutva, vijnatrutva are happening, it means it is indicating the presence of Paramatma. Therefore, the one who, instead of seeing and getting enchanted in the scene, inquires who is the seer, who is the shrota, listener, manta, who is the feeler, vijnata, who is the knower. If somebody can inquire that, he is becoming jignasu, he is becoming more qualified to go introvertedly to discover the Brahman. See, this much if you can understand. Indriya काम कर रहे हैं. With the Indriya, the one who lost in outside world is a samsari. Instead of that, how and where from and why these perceptions are happening. If that inquiry sets in, where do we go? We are not lost in the world because our job is not even Indriyas because Indriyas are not independent, not even mana. Then we deeply enter into Buddhi Guha where this Jnanam is happening. And that is Chidabhasa. There also, when the Ahamvritti and Chidavasa together are becoming Shrota, Manta, Vijnata through each of them. Again, enlivened Ahamvritti from the gateway of the eye is ears. Enlivened Ahamvritti from the gateway of ears is a hearer. He is a Manta from the gateway of the mind. He is the knower, the Vijnata from the gateway of the intellect. That point should never be forgotten. When we inquire, instead of inquiring outside what forms I have to see, the one who inquires how the seeing is happening, inevitably he'll have to enter into the Buddhi Guha because wahi ho raha hai ye wala. Then how this knowing also is happening in that inquiry, uh, the attention of the Chidabhasa Yuktaham called as Jiva, when it is focused onto its own source, what happens? Just like the reflected light in a mirror is illuminating the objects in the room. But same reflected light of the sun, let us say, back focused onto the sun itself. What will happen? It ceases to exist separately, it merges. In the same way, in the inquiry of even that Chidabhasa, the Chidabhasa, where is it happening? The Ahamvritti. That Ahamvritti slowly gets dropped, dissolved. Chidabhasa merges in Chitta. That is how the Upalabdhi Sthanam. Chit is only Upalabdhi Sthanam. Chidabhasa is another, again, the earlier gateway to enter to that. But the Brahman is, Parabrahman is not recognized only as Chit. Because other than Chit, there is Jada also. Is it not? If Brahman is only the Chit, we have to answer what is Jada then. Therefore, what is he then? Which is supporting both Chit and Achit. And that is called as pure Sat. Sat is not opposed to Chit and Achit. Achit means Jada. Sadrupen. That is why the next sentence is what I said after this. Ki buddhau drashtru shrotru mantru vijnatru iti evam visheshavat upalabhyate. Having said this one, saha eva tasya praveshaha. That upalabdhi of Brahman in the Vijnanamaya Gufa as drashta, shrota, manta ityadi is called as the pravesha of the Brahman. Otherwise, he cannot do the entry because he is everywhere available. There is no place where he cannot enter. Where he is not there, that he can enter. So all the questions of Purvapakshi this way are answered by showing him the whole purpose is different. Your angle of thinking only in the wrong direction. You have to think this way. See the beauty of this भाष्यकार's explanation. अगर नहीं होता तो हम आधे समझ में रह जाते हैं. We just imagine that really भगवान का प्रवेश हुआ, कैसा हुआ, क्या हुआ, बिना सोच के. अब हमको पता चला कि प्रवेश तो हो ही नहीं सकता in other means. But still the Shruti said प्रवेश हुआ. How to reconcile? The प्रवेश is only the way of availability. So in this way, the Lord is available there. The availability of the Lord as a drashta, shrota, manta, vijnata in the Vijnanamaya Kosha. There the Chidabhasa. Beyond Chidabhasa is Chitswarupa. This is called his entry. Saeva tasya praveshaha. Okay, this is over. Now, tasma, therefore, the first thing, what is what? Athatonu prashnaha uta vidwan amum lokam pretyame. What was the first prashna? Asti va na asti. Second one is what? The second one is what? Uh, mm, so, gacchati va na gacchati. Third one is samashnute va na samashnute. So the first thing if it is answered, second two stand answered. Like first thing is what asti va na asti. If you say na asti, obviously na gacchati na samashnute. Neither one reaches nor one experiences. Conversely, if one understands that it is asti, then obviously one can reach also gachati, then one can experience also samashnute, the Paramatma. Therefore, the asti is sorted out here. Therefore, the conclusion is what? Tasmast asti tat karanam brahma. Therefore, the karana of this Chaitanya ke rupa mein Brahma asti vaha. Tat karanam. Tat karanam means chit karanam there. What is chitta? Which was expressing as Chidabhasa. What was Chidabhasa is doing? Giving the Ahamruti the ability. For what? To become Shrotru, Mantru, Dashtru, Vignatru. Through what? The eyes and ears and the mind and all other sense organs. So to all these sense organs, the power to see, etc. Though they have it, them, but the inside the Chidabhasa illuminated Ahamruti, if it is not there, like when your time eyes are open, but your mind with the Aham nor somewhere else, therefore you don't see even the object which is there in front. Therefore, I don't see for its own sake. The Ahamruti with Chidabhasa is the one who become Drashta actually. So, to in this way, mantrus, gnatru, vignatru, shrotru, and it is at Chidabhasa level. Then for that, the cause is chitta. But is that chit existing or not existing? Therefore, tat chit ka bhi karan ke roop mein asti eva brahma. Asti eva tat karanam brahma. Next point is final, important. Ataha astitvat. Therefore, it is there, and that asti of Brahman is what Vishesha Yukta? No Vishesha at all. Therefore, asti iti eva upalabdhavyam tatu. This is a final thing. Therefore, that Parabrahma has to be obtained only as asti eva. And the other thing simultaneously we have to keep in mind is what? This Brahman who is discovered as asti cannot be separate from me. Rather, I cannot be apart from him. Because anything other than asti has to be nasti. But do I have the experience of myself as nasti or asti? Nobody has experience of himself as non-existence. He is always have existence, experience I'm existing. Therefore, that Brahman which has to be obtained as asti rupena is experienced as aham only. That's called aham asmi. That asti is me. So, deep contemplation may even beyond Chidabhasa is the Chitta, Chitta also is Asti Rupena. So, therefore, I am that pure existence. My first expression is consciousness. The second expression is Chidabhasa. Third expression is Drashtru, Shrotru, Mantru, Vignatru. So, this Drashtu, Shrotru, Mantru, Vignatru, then the Chidabhasa, then Chittu, then the Asti. These all are experienced only in Vijnanamaya Guha. That is why the Vijnanamaya Guha, one side, becomes Upalabdhi Sthana for Brahman. Therefore, it is said to be, the Brahman is said to be entered there. The entry of the Brahman is, this is the meaning. Upalabdhi Sthanatvat tat sruštva tadevanu pravishat iti prakalpyate. So asti, and that asti is the substantive for everything, even an object which is absent. For that also, the existence is a substratum. Like a kursi, asti, you can see it. So you are so that the chair's presence is supported by the astitva. Now remove the chair. Is a chair there? No, absent. But the absence also is supported by that existence. Therefore, that pure existence is independent of presence or absence of anything in the world. It supports that. That's how this very sublime abstractiveness of that self. Therefore, anybody, when he is objective, he can never recognize it subjectively. Having recognized, again, no parameters to explain it. Only this Vedanta up to this level that also can explain. Beyond that, it is only experience. But it is there. There as Sat. Astiti eva, astiti eva upalabdhavyam tato. The conclusion is what? That Parabrahma has to be, is available as Astitva, therefore should be recognized as Astitva. And that way recognizing of him only, the ultimate recognizing. And one more thing added is, Asti cannot be separate from me, therefore I am that. Therefore, once I discover I am the pure existence, in this pure existence only millions of Rupanam are coming and going. Nothing is happening to existence. Then the arrival and departure of Rupanama, of the big, big Brahmand and cosmos also won't touch. What to talk about the arrival and departure of one Deha, one Indriya Panchakam, and all of that. आए ना आए मैं तो हूँ सतरूप में they come they dissolve they play. So in the ocean millions of waves come and go. And and both the ocean and waves both are supported by the water. In the water there is neither ocean nor the wave. One way the water only took the shape of the Karana Rupi ocean, took the shape of the Karya Rupi wave. The water is permeating in both Karya, the wave, the Karana, the ocean. It is Veshti Samashti explanation. In Brahma, neither Karana nor Karya. But Brahman alone as Karya expressing the wave, Karana as the ocean. That is another way. So this is a very crucial subject for the Vedanta Vicharana. If this is deeply understood, we are really on the right track, right path. In this specific way, in this clarity, less places you get the subject to understand. Okay, now tat sruštva tadevanu pravishat, we struggled. Now comes the next two levels of discussion. That having entered what he has done, okay, in that question also, when the answer comes, then the same Parabrahma alone is there in multiple forms that is seen and accepted. There are two ways of sadhana. One, rejecting all the Rupanama, go into the core of the heart, discover him as existence. Then return from there or look from there, you see all Rupanama but permeated by him only. सब राम नाम रूप को छोड़ दिया भगवान को पकड़ा from there when you return look back and see in and through all nama rupa Brahman alone is there. Nama rupa are required for vyavahara even for jivan mukta but he knows that is Brahman only. So he eats when you give him a sweet but not like us where the sweet is different, the tongue is different, the tasting is different, the enjoyer is different. So many Bheda Drushtis we have in one example of that sweet eating. But for him, a Brahmagnani, the sweet also same Paramatma. Tongue and its ability to taste also Paramatma. Then the happiness that is felt in the mind also is Paramatma. And the happier being identified with that happy state of mind, that also is one Paramatma. His drushti is on the asti vastu. And at that level of discovering the asti vastu, enjoying that sweet and telling when somebody asks, "ये कैसा है? बहुत बढ़िया और एक चाहिए क्या तो दे दो." These will not create samsara there. Don't be in rigid that form. If he is a jnani, therefore he should not eat sweet. Even if he sweets, he should not say how it is. Even if he says good, he should not ask the second one. These are all vyavahara. When the truth is known, it is permeating everywhere, then the vyavahara doesn't trouble at all. It doesn't become abstract. We have not recognized the truth. Therefore, the vyavahara is becoming samsara to us, or we are making it samsara. And if you don't give him the sweet, you will not he'll feel bad. And if you say दूसरा नहीं है खत्म हो गया, you will not feel bad. So anything expressed is Parabrahma only. In that mood, that jnani always is. Because he touched the core of everything in his own buddhi goha. Hmm. Yes, now comes the avatarika for the next topic. Tat karyam anupravishya kim. That Brahman tat sushtva tadeva anupravishat. Anupravishya kim. We have understood TK he has created, he has entered. Having entered, what did he do? What did he become? That is another important discussion. Let us chant the mantra and see little bit. Satchatyacha bhavata niruktancha niruktamcha nilayanancha nilayanancha vijnanancha vijnanancha satyam chandrutancha satyam abhavato yedidam kincha tat satyamittya chakshate. Again in the earlier para जो हमने देखा तत् शोकामयता बहुश्याम प्रजायेय सतपोतप्यता सतपस्तत्वा इदगम सर्वम असृजत यत् इदं किंच तत् सृष्ट्वा तत् एव अनुप्राविशत्. Every sentence was so important. Now the following of that, the next paragraph maybe every sentence is important. सच्चत्यच्च भवतु निरुक्तं च निरुक्तं च निलयनं च निलयनं च विज्ञानं च विज्ञानं च सत्यं चानृतं च सत्यम् अभवत्. तत् therefore सत्यमिति आचक्षते. तदपि एष श्लोको भवति. Will be the last line. तदपि एष श्लोको भवति. It is a trend of Taittiriya Upanishad to quote from the Rug mantras to substantiate what is said in Yajur mantra. Even for the Atma Vastu also, last portion. So, having entered, he only becomes Satchatyacha Bhavatu. Hmm. Sat cha, and again Tyat cha. Be careful about the words. Having entered Tat Sushtva Abhavatu, he became. No, became is appearance. No, I will not use the word he appearing. I say became. But you must understand it as appearance. Because the Shruti says became only, the word. So, tat abhavatu. What did he became having entered? Sat and tyat abhavatu. That is why in that sat and tyat, both of them, the existence is there. And I am that existence. Therefore, I am able to recognize that something is sat and something is tyat. What is sat? Sat cha murtam. That which has got a particular form is called as sat. It can be a gross form, it can be a subtle form. Gross form in the waking world, subtle form in the dream world, or gross form is in the form of the waking world, waking out a sat. The subtle form is in our own antakaran. अंतःकरण में भी फॉर्म होता है ना वृत्तियों का. So these two can be called as murtam, that is equal to sat. So all the murtam सूक्ष्म और स्थूल रूप में अभवत ब्रह्मन alone is expressing. Little to be pondered. So satcha tyat. Sat is said. Murtam it is called. Formed stula and sukshma. What is tyatcha? Tyat is amurtam. Amurtam means the cause, the karana. Just like we said now, a minute back only. The Karya or the Sat, all the waves, ripples, bubbles, all of them. The Karana of is, that is Tyat, it's called Samudram. Samudram is Tyat. Tyat is Amurtam. What is the Amurtamness of the Samudram? Be attentive about it. All the waves, etc., are unmanifest in the Samudra. That's why it's called as Amurtam. Example. Which became the Sat and Tyatu? The water. The water is the Brahma Swarupa. The Brahman alone has become Tyat, the Karana, and the Sat, the Sukshma and Sthula. Tyat or Karana is called as Amurtam, is called Amurtam. And Sat, the Karya, is called as Murtam. It is seen Sukshma Roop mein or Sthula Roop mein. So Sat cha Tyat cha Abhavatu, he became the Tyat, the Karana, the unmanifest, the Murta. And he became the Karya, the manifest, the Murta. Satya Tyatcha Abhavatu. Anything seen in this world in the form manifested, Sthula Sukshma Roop mein, Parabrahma ka hi manifestation. Therefore, that is seen as existing. And the Tyata, which is Amurta, Avyakta Rupa, but that also is talked as existing only, no? Our one existence only appeared as the Sthula Sukshma Vyakta Rupa, another the Karana Avyakta Arupa or Amurta. Satyatyatcha Abhavatu. Murta Murtehi Avyakruta Nama Rupe. Now, very important sentence this one. The whole para is important. Murta Murtehi Avyakruta Nama Rupe Atmaste. Already it was said. All the Nama Rupa, which is called as Murta Amurta. Murta is Nama Rupa Yukta, Amurta is non-expression. So, Murta Murtehi Avyakruta and Nama Rupe Atmaste. The Avyakruta Karana unmanifest is called as Amurta, is called Tyat. So to Vyakruta Karya in the form of Rupanama, which is called as Sat. Both of them are Atmaste. They, from the Atma only within a Antargatena Atmana Vyakriyate. So they come to manifest, express in the form of Murta and Amurta, all the time permeated by their Atma being in them very much. That self can never be away from the Murta Amurta when they come to the Vyakruta Sthiti from the Avyakruta Sthiti. From the unmanifest, when it comes to manifest, the substratum, the Paramatma, never leaves them, is always there. Like when the wave manifests from the water, the substratum water never leaves the wave. It is always following the wave. So to the Lord Paramatma, when he is manifesting as the ocean, the cause, the Amurta, the Avyakta, he is not leaving it. He is very much permeated even in that cause, the Avyakta also. That's the meaning of Antargatena Atmana Vyakriyete. Okay? Then Vyakrute Murta Amurta Shabda Vache. When the same things, when they get manifested, then they are called as Murta Amurta. So Vyakrute means manifested. When the manifestation happens, it is called as Murta Amurta Shabda. So te Atmanatu, these Murta Amurta, Sat and Tyat, Vyakruta Avyakruta, Atmanatu Apravibhakta Desha Kale. There is no Desha and no Kala where the Vyakruta Avyakruta is without the self. Iti Krutva Atma te abhavati uchyate. Keeping this in mind, Atma itself has become like that. This type of explanation Shruti Mata gave. Oh, my dear disciple, don't get doubt there. Abhavat is a word used. हो गया. कैसे हो गया भाई? अरे होना का अर्थ क्या है कि नो मूर्त एंड अमूर्त in any place or the kala without can be without the atma. आत्मा के बिना रह ही नहीं सकते। इस दृष्टि से अभाव शब्द को यूज किया है। अभावत मीन्स बन गया। ये बन गया मतलब डोंट टेक द वर्ड लिटरल मीनिंग, डिक्शनरी मीनिंग लोगे तो वेदांत समझ में नहीं आता। Tadeva Anupravishat. If you see the dictionary meaning, how struggle happened. But systematically, when we followed Vashyakara's Bhashya, how clear the picture is. So here also, he became, Abhavat doesn't mean that he was not there, then he became. The became means what? Not becoming there. Every Vyakta Avyakta, Vyakrita Avyakrita, Rupa Nama as well as the unmanifest cannot be without his Atma. Therefore, it is called as Abhavatu. Some interesting thought will be there here. Then Kimcha Niruktam Aniruktam Nilayanam Anilinam Vijnanam Cha Avijnanam Satyam Cha Anrutam. Then Satyam Abhavat. So in this world, whatever the pairs of opposite are there, because of which the world is supported, all those pairs of opposite mean this Brahman alone is expressing. Therefore, Brahman as substratum for the pairs of opposite is support of the entire universe. Our goal is finally to recognize it. This is called as Sarvatma Bhava. First Atma Rupena we discovered, then Sarvatma Rupena also we have to discover. Finally, He alone is there. And all the world's expressions are temporary projections on Him. When they come and go, nothing happens to Brahman. He always remains the same. I am that. This subject matter continues to be seemingly abstract till we don't become Shuddha in our Antakarana. Clear? So let the Antakarana become more and more Shuddha and Sukshma. Then the ambiguities go away. Clarity of understanding comes. May we all try for that. Thank you. Om, 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 Om. 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 Tomorrow we will see that Niruktam cha Niruktam, Nilenam cha Nilenam, all that explanation, and that concludes the sixth Anuvakam. Then the quotation for this Brahma Pucham Pratishta will be told in the next Anuvaka. That also beautiful. And after these few paragraphs, then only some practices, some other details are given. But the most crucial topic of the Upanishad is this one. Vedanta Vicharana, Tattva Vicharana, Atma Vicharana, Brahma Vicharana is more beautifully happening here. And if we can get this into our Beja, then many of the things are sorted out. Good that you are having patience, trying to listen, trying to understand. Let's continue it. Om Purnamada Purnavidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Sutima. O Lord, Guru, give us antarmukhata, give us the sukshmata, shuddhata, so that these truths intellectually we understand and avoid in it to experience it also. When we relentlessly with faith pray to our Ishtadevata whose upasana or japa we are doing, that Lord will bless to open up our intellect for these subtle understandings. कोशिश करके देखना. Thank you.